look dumb as fuck. Oh shit, that looks. Let's get out of there. Full screen up. Oh, you can see this shit, twin? Like, let me know when you can see this
Nope.
shit. You can't see it? Oh man,
Mm-mm.
this shit. Share this shit. Try to strange at home. What about now? Can I see now?
Mm-hmm.
Can I hear now?
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. I had a chance to see Spider-Man Brand New Day. This will be my non-spoilery review video. This is Tom Holland's 4th solo Spider-Man movie and his 7th Marvel movie so far. It represents a big
Seventh
creative
Marvel
reset for
movie.
the character, as well as for
Mm-hmm.
Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. For all the Hulk fans out there wanting to see them do
Let me
Hulk
know if you
right,
need a little. You feel
as
me? I
they
gotta
try to
pause
launch
it or
a new
whatnot, whatnot,
trilogy of
whatnot,
Spider-Man movies
whatnot,
like this is the future of
whatnot.
Spider-Man. So we will discuss whether or not they were successful in doing that, because there's a lot that was riding on this movie that it had to do. Relaunch Spider-Man, relaunch the Hulk, and without getting into big spoilers, launch a big new MCU character in Sadie Sink. That being said, it was amazing at how they were able to absolutely nail the core of what Spider-Man is in a
Mm-mm.
movie. It really does make you hopeful about the future potential of what they can do with the Spider-Man character. And literally, the
Mm-mm.
worst thing about this movie is that right after
You
I got
know.
out of the movie, I found out that my YouTube channel and my Google account had been hacked. So YouTube and Google, please help me get my account back so I can post more
Fuck you
Spider-Man
mean his
videos.
YouTube and Google
If you're going to
account
be
got
losing
hacked?
these to my random social accounts outside of my YouTube account for the next couple of days, that's why. Seriously, YouTube, Google, looking at you. Help me get my account back. I will do more spoilery post-credit scene videos, full breakdown Easter egg videos, and more specific videos about details in the movie later this week, because there is a lot to unpack. So be sure to enable alerts for my channel so you don't miss that. Hopefully I'll have my account back and everything will be good, so I'll be posting regular YouTube videos again on a normal basis. But I really do feel like the movie rewards longtime Spider-Man fans who have been wanting to see Marvel do a more legit Spider-Man solo movie, as opposed to the Avengers crossover movies like Iron Man light movies that Spider-Man has been in the previous trilogy. And Brand New Day is probably the most comic booky, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man movie that they have ever done in the MCU, despite there being a lot of wider MCU stuff going on in the movie itself.
Okay.
The movie features an isolated Peter Parker fighting crime a full 4 years after the events of Spider-Man No Way Home. His increasing isolation triggers an uncontrollable physical evolution in his powers as he faces a hidden invisible threat in grounded New York enemies, and the threat being that he's been pushing the Peter Parker side of his life away, and the more he does that, the more spider-like he becomes, metaphorically and literally, in a very ironic kind of way. So a really big part of the movie is in Peter rediscovering his friends and learning to connect with other people in a way that he hasn't over the past 4 years. One of the good benchmarks for Spider-Man films is how sad he is and how depressing his life is, like how crappy his apartment is, and going by that scale, he's doing pretty good in this movie.
Give me rent. You'll get your rent when you fix this damn door.
Oh shit.
A brand new ride
Yeah, get your rent when you fix this damn door.
faster than
Like,
ever,
You feel me?
smarter than ever.
you fix this damn
Fix
door,
the door though.
you'll get the rent.
When the worst things are going for Spider-Man, the happier we are as Spider-Man fans.
That's
Tom
when he
Holland
first,
said
you
it
feel
took
me,
them
became
5
black
years
right
to
there.
make
Like,
another
you
Spider-Man
feel me, the
movie,
black
and
king.
it will give them time for the characters and the actors to
That's that
metaphorically
black
and
suit he got
literally
on him.
grow
That's
up, and
why.
it does feel like a much more grown-up Spider-Man movie than Marvel has done during the MCU era. Real ones remember Tobey Maguire went there a long time ago. You can make the joke that Kevin Feige and Marvel
I
took the
mean, he
first
already
20
had the
minutes of
venom.
Tobey
Like
Maguire's
they don't
first
know
Spider-Man
nothing
movie
about
and
venom
just turned
but him.
that
Like
into 3
he
movies.
already had the
So
venom.
in Brand New Day,
Like,
we
you
feel like
feel
more
me?
with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man
he
comes
not
Spider-Man
yeah
2.
on God,
Although
huh?
I will
Like,
say the battle
He
with Peter
already
Parker,
had the
Tobey
venom.
Maguire
Like
none of
definitely
them
has
niggas touch
incredibly
Venom
sad
yet,
apartment
especially
issues, and
Andrew
Tobey Maguire is
Garfield.
still trying to get him to
Weak
pay that
ass.
rent. Throughout the movie, Peter learns
He
the
didn't
hard
even
way
have
lessons
Venom
of
in
what
his
it can
world.
to
Like,
be
I
present
ain't
in
seen
Spider-Man
Venom.
stories. There are over 50 comic book covers in their inspiration wall when they were making the movie. Not all of them wound up being in the movie, but a lot of the comic book cover moments did make it into the movie. One of my favorite parts of the movie was the way they made it in such a practical way. Like, it's very, very visibly different from the John Watts era of Spider-Man movies, just in terms of the way they make the Spider-Man movies. In the movie, Peter makes his own Spider-Man suit and is inspired by his time with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's
He always
versions
trying to make
in
his
making
own
his
Spider-Man
new suit.
suit.
Without getting into spoilers, he does reference them in the
So
movie
who you
too.
think you is, baby?
Although
Iron
in
Man?
real life, they actually used Tobey
That's what
Maguire
I'm
and Andrew
saying.
Garfield's real physical
Who the
Spider-Man
fuck he
suits
think
they
he
used originally
is?
to build Tom Holland's new
Baby
suit in a more
Iron
practical
Man?
way that it was easier for him to film in, walking around on set in. Destin Daniel Cretton, the director, gets most of the credit for this, shooting most of the movie practical instead of the CG slop that a lot of the big Marvel movies succumbed to in the past few years. So if you've been watching the trailers, wondering why it looks so much better visually, just like the way he's moving through the movie, the way everything else looks, that's why, because they filmed most of this movie practically. They literally filmed inside the mask. This is also for plot reasons too, so you can actually see some of the spider transformations later in the movie under the mask. But he also feels much more real and kinetic than he did during the previous John Watts Spider-Man movies.
He turned
So
into
thank
a
you very
spider.
much to
Like
Destin
that's
You
Daniel
feel
all it
Cretton.
me?
is.
Please come back and do a couple
That's
more
all it
Spider-Man movies
is.
with
Like,
Marvel. The web sling looks so much better. They really go at it this time. And Jackie Chan's stunt team worked on the movie, not just
Jackie
for the
Chan.
hand fight scenes. Destin Daniel Cretton also did the Shang-Chi movie recently, so he has experience doing martial arts, physically based combat movies.
Oh my!
But don't be
Hey, they
mistaken,
was
they did
really
use a lot of
squabbling.
CG in the
Niggas
movie.
don't
Like, there were a
know.
you
lot
watch
of
that?
visual effects,
I didn't even get to watch
especially
that one.
for
I ain't gonna
big
lie.
fight
Yeah.
scenes like the Hulk. All of them look way better than
Turn
Hulk's
that on
fight
quick,
scenes
quick.
in a
I
long
can't see
time,
nothing.
maybe ever.
Break
So
the
whatever
wood
they
off.
did on this movie, they just took the time to make it look
Break
that
the
much
whole
better.
wood.
For all you fans wanting to see a more savage Hulk in the MCU,
That
they
nigga
definitely
was
Oh.
didn't give
what
that to Savage Hulk.
zombie movie and shit.
Smash.
Yeah, no.
And not only does Hulk look
I
a
know.
lot better in this movie, he also sounds a lot better too. In previous Marvel movies, they would throw a ton of effects and processing on
Like
his voice,
weak
so it would
as
sound kind of
fuck.
Yeah,
auto-tuned.
that's the
Now they
weakest
let Mark
Hulk right there.
Ruffalo do most of the voice, and it sounds way more like him. Like there's
That's
way
what he was
less
really becoming
processing
weak
on it.
and shit.
And he is way bigger than Savage Hulk was in the past. Not just Professor Hulk. Professor Hulk was also smaller than Savage
Yeah,
Hulk.
small
He's
as
bigger than
fuck.
the previous Savage Hulk. So Hulk fans eating good right now. And
Oh
Destin
my!
Daniel Cretton also said that Mark Ruffalo separately had been pitching him on doing more Hulk movies. Maybe they can work out their problems with Universal so we can see some of those movies. The only person I feel really bad for, because Spider-Man Brand New Day did so well, like they did such a good job with the movie and with all the characters, is that it's pushing them in this very Spider-Man and other directions that it feels like Destin Daniel Cretton is never going to have the time to do Shang-Chi too. So we really feel bad for Simu Liu, and it almost feels like they're never going to get around to making Shang-Chi 2 because they're going to be so busy making these other
Okay,
even
we'll bring
bigger
it.
movies.
We'll bring
One
it. You
thing in
don't
the
have to
rumors
come
about
here.
Sadie
Go
Sink's
sit down
character,
somewhere.
Sony's been trying to keep such a kibosh on any kind of information about her. I don't want to talk too much about Sadie Sink's character until after the movie is out, but she is a fantastic actress. I thought she did a great job with the script that they gave her, and she'll be an interesting twist on a really big Marvel character. Can't wait to see what Marvel does with her going forward. Like, it's just going to be really exciting because there's so much potential with her. We will talk more about that specifically,
Oh
the
my
big elephant in the
Oh.
room, in a couple days when the movie comes out, because once you see the movies, you'll probably know instantly what Marvel wants to do with her in the future. John
Bro,
Bernthal was
nobody, bro.
fantastic as his Punisher, even though he did have to be
Yeah,
a
let me hear something about
PG-13
Punisher, bro.
Punisher. Their way around that was just have Spider-Man web him up anytime he just started cussing. So there are a lot of deleted scenes.
So every time he cuss, he
of
get
him
webbed up.
cussing up a storm like he normally would because they let him improv a lot during the movie during those scenes. So if you want a really, really foul-mouthed Punisher with Spider-Man in a movie,
Got
the
another
footage
one.
is out there. If you can get into Sony's servers, Marvel servers, to
What?
actually get it. I'll talk more about their
Get into
previous
Marvel.
relationships
So
and
you
how
trying to
Bernthal
hack the
and Chandler get their
mainframe to
roles
get it?
respectively.
Now
Tom
y'all
Holland
niggas
helped
just
John
doing
Bernthal
shit.
become Punisher of the MCU initially, and John Bernthal helped Tom Holland become Spider-Man of the MCU when they were first auditioning for their characters.
He
So we'll get
tried
into
to
that during my
kill the
breakdown
Punisher,
video.
y'all.
I'll tell you what I think.
I'll tell you why.
Let me tell you something.
But I can also tell you.
A brand new ride awakens.
Oh my god.
Bro.
Everybody just got a Spider-Man
Smarter
class.
than ever.
Yeah, hold on, I gotta turn my mouse back on, my bad.
Yeah.
Bro. Cause like I need premium or something like no these ads.
And MJ,
Man.
they're foundational to Spider-Man's sense of self in the movie as his best friends, which he desperately wants to be with again. So they actually wound up being a much bigger part of the movie than I thought they were going to be initially. For the most part, I feel like they were on par with what you've seen from them in previous Spider-Man movies. So if you weren't fans of them or their characters before, this movie isn't going to change your mind. All the street-level Spider-Man villains were a lot of fun. I love them giving them more of their time to shine. I would have liked to see more of them. There are many. Some of my few criticisms of the movie are that it does speedrun a lot of them in service of the Sadie Sink subplot and some of the other stuff that it's doing.
Oh
And I understand why
my
Marvel did
god.
that. The
He
movie is
never
supposed to be a
did
new
that.
trilogy, so it doesn't want to
Whack!
build
Oh
a
my
new
god.
What?
setting seeds for
So
stories
he
that
just
can
been
explore
tripping
later.
ever
They're
since
not trying to
his
blow their load
spider.
with this first
So
movie.
he
It doesn't have
basically
to
has
be
spider
4 hours
puberty.
long.
That's what. So
Although
that's what
I
he's
have
doing right
watched
now.
a 4-hour Spider-Man movie and
Hey.
would have enjoyed it. Tremel Tillman was a lot of fun. I hope to see him again in the future MCU movies during the X-Men era
Why
because
you
it
didn't
really
do
does
that with
feel
none
like
of the
this
other
movie sets up Damage
Spider-Mans? Oh
Control
my
to be a
word.
big anti-mutant
You did though
in the MCU organization.
with Toby. Remember
The
when he
movie's
when he
finale
first got
really was a
big, he was
good
going through
way
his
to
little
address all the
withdrawals and
plot threads
he
from
was jumping
Spider-Man
on the
20
roof
and
and shit. You
21
remember he
that
jumped
don't answer every single big plot
yeah in the
point
room and
that was in the
shit
Spider-Man movies, but
when
don't
MA
worry,
came in there or some
all
shit
the
like
big
that.
cliffhangers so far
But his
will
shit, this nigga
eventually
shit
get
came
addressed. Like they
coming
do
in
have
dumb
plans
late.
to cover
Dumb
some of
late,
this
yeah,
eventually.
because they didn't really tell
But
his
this film
story
really
for real.
just
They
focuses
just showed when
mostly
he
on
got
being a
big,
self-contained, friendly
and
neighborhood
then they just show him
Spider-Man
building his
without
web
the
shooter. They didn't really
oozy
like
drama
break
of
it
a
down.
movie.
Like
And I was really happy to see that Marvel
they
and
broke
He
everybody's
Spider-Man
shit
does
have
down.
know that's
resisted
the
the
whole
temptation
thing.
to cross over with every single big Avenger in Avengers Doomsday
He said,
era they possibly can.
I think
There are
everybody know that's the
obvious
hook now.
connections to some of that stuff in little bits in the background, but it doesn't overwhelm the movie or hijack in any big way. For the larger MCU fans, there are some surprise cameos, some
So
surprises in the
Iron
movie
Man
in
is dead.
general, so you will see some of that. And there's a little bit
What
of
you tell
Avengers
you.
Doomsday stuff during the movie. Of course, they were going to have some connections because it's the next big Marvel movie right after this.
Hold
And
on,
there is a post-credit
I'm
scene,
gonna turn
so
you up a
do
little bit.
stay after the credits, of course. But there is so much stuff that they pack into this movie.
This
It's
shit
going to
go
take
to
me 2 or
100.
3
It's
more
crazy.
rewatches just to catch all the Easter eggs and references. Just to talk about the music and the score, some of it has made it online
Yeah,
already.
Iron Man's
There's
dead in
some
our
great
main
original
universe, basically
themes
though.
that Michael
Yeah.
Giacchino did. Some cool licensed use of music too. Spider-Man soundtracks tend to be pretty solid, but this
Me
one
too. I need
was
some water
good.
too.
I think the movie just goes a long way
You got any
towards
more
showing
bananas?
what Marvel is capable of doing
You
and
got
what
any
Tom
more
Holland
oranges?
himself is capable of doing. Like, he is the guy. He's an
Sit down and
amazing
eat your
Spider-Man,
food.
or will
Stop
be
playing
an
with this shit.
amazing Spider-Man going forward in the MCU. And Marvel can do really awesome, really good-looking movies when they want to. It's probably one of the reasons why they're not releasing any other movies in 2027 except for Secret Wars. That was one of the big reveals at the Comic-Con panel recently, is that Kevin Feige said after he did that panel that they weren't releasing any other secret movies in 2027. It was just Secret Wars so that they could just focus on quality over quantity.
This seems like awfully expensive way to
So Secret Wars is gonna be the only movie we get from Marvel in 2027.
filming.
So they can do this good a
Oh
job
yeah.
with Spider-Man.
Feel me?
I'm very hopeful for what Secret Wars can be. We'll see how Doomsday goes later this year.
Man, Spider-Man Brand New Day and Doomsday
Doomsday
better feed us all the way until
Tom Holland,
2028.
Sony, and Marvel have said that they're only thinking of these Spider-Man solo movies one at a time, taking it one at a time. But I do think that Tom Holland will return to complete his new trilogy. And Kevin Feige has said that he's got ideas for future MCU movies through like the next 16 years. That is also one of the reasons why you'll
Oh,
be
for real?
disappointed that they don't answer every little question that they've had from previous Spider-Man movies that are still hanging in the air, just leaving themselves story for future movies. Once you do have a chance to see the movie,
Ain't
feel
not
free to post your
all the
reactions in the
Spider-Man.
I
comments
think
below
so.
because there's a lot we need to talk about. My post-credit scene video and my full breakdown and Easter egg videos and other specific spoiler
Wait, what'd he
videos
say?
will
I
be
didn't even get
released
to see it.
after the movie comes out. So
Oh,
be sure
shit,
to
blood
enable
Obi.
alerts for
I
my
need to
channel
show
so you
all
don't
three of
miss
the
any of those.
Spider-Man.
Everybody
And
click
go to
here
that
and
Green
here
Lantern
for
one
all
right
those
there.
videos. And
Where
thank
is
you
that?
so much for
Right here?
watching. I will see you guys in the next.
Hey, ugly.
Sinestro.
How long ago is this?
You don't really believe he's your backup, do you, Hal? No. Let's say what he actually is. My replacement.
What?
It's time to get up, Junior.
So, we're space cops.
That nigga said this nigga could beat Spider-Man. Well,
New lesson.
I'm not even gonna go there, bro. I ain't even gonna go there, bro.
Just fly.
But like, it's impossible because of Spider-Man. I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but let me pause it. For a Lantern to beat a Spider-Man, because there's multiple Spider-Men, like Spider-Man is overpowered because of one thing, his spider sense, literally. Like that just gives him like all the awareness, like. But it's only I don't know. How do you think spider sense work? Do you think spider sense is just like some shit like he only get this like they only tingle when he sense danger, or is it just anything in general? Like he get a feeling if I don't know.
I don't know, bro. It's just like a.
Cause
You feel
like,
me?
so what if it's not danger and a nigga just trying to sock on him just to see like where his hands at or some shit, like just to test his strength, and then like, does it still activate? I'm pretty sure it does.
You have to go to some scenes where he get the spider sense, so I can really like understand it and see how it really works.
This,
They ain't really
huh,
broke down how the spider sense work.
let me see. Look at, all right, I'm gonna go to after this because nigga saying he could beat Green
What's
Lantern.
that?
You're the backup
I mean,
quarterback.
Green Lantern could beat him.
For now.
I was just saying the only way he had to take away that spider sense, because other than that, nigga, I don't know. It'll be a cool little fight.
It's no
But all
accident.
Spider-Man has to do is take his ring.
These victims are gonna end up being alien.
Based on what?
I have a
You see
feeling.
Batman do it all the time, like, you feel me?
I think this is more than just a feeling.
Batman over there stealing niggas' rings and shit.
This is a threat no one's ever seen before. What do you know about manhunters?
Where'd you hear that word?
Manhunters are the most dangerous beings to ever exist in the galaxy.
Gotta watch it.
And it could take the form
No,
of
I
any
definitely gotta watch this.
So it could be anyone.
He's gonna send an army to
Why?
take you down.
Oh my god.
Charge the ring, bro.
Those who worship evil's might. Beware my
So
power.
do he have his own ring, or is he sharing the ring?
Nah, he has his own ring. I think he get his rings. See, whack.
Why? That's when he started knocking at the.
I want a beer.
See, his ring look different too.
Bro, I want to hear this nigga break it down. Like,
What's good, you know? What's good, you
Welcome
good?
back, everyone. Happy
You feel me?
Comic-Con week. James
What
Gunn
happened?
and DC dropped a brand new Lanterns trailer. There's a whole bunch of new footage, Easter eggs, references, so we will break it all down. You could definitely tell they listened to everybody's comments, so they loaded the trailer with a whole bunch of green.
I mean, where's
Probably the
Superman at?
biggest
Well,
things they
what's going
reveal in
on?
this trailer are the main threat,
Right.
the main villain of the present day of the series, which is supposed to take place 10 years ago in the past, before the events of Superman 2: Man of Tomorrow, is the Manhunters. Really big deep cut from Green Lantern.
Oh, it's before
and
Superman.
a lot
Before
of
Superman got there, I
visual
think.
Sinestro, like we finally see him talking
Yeah,
to
yeah, it's before
Sinestro
Superman
in
got
this
there.
space prison. Like he even thinks he admits to Sinestro
How?
that
Cause
the Guardians of
the
the
one
Universe, or
nigga
he
in
thinks the
there
Guardians of the
though,
Universe are replacing
He
him.
got
So there might be some crazy
he
WTF
been there.
twists for Hal
He
Jordan's
been
ending
there.
during this
He
he been.
he been there. Hal Jordan been there. Like before that nigga. Then that nigga came. You feel me? Then
The
blonde
nigga with
hair.
the blonde hair.
Yeah, so it was Hal Jordan, nigga with the blonde
Yeah.
hair, the second Green Lantern. Third Green Lantern will be John Stewart. Fourth is, I think it's a female. It's a fourth, and then it's a fifth one too. It's five of them. It's five from Earth.
thinks he admits to Sinestro that the
Oh
Guardians of the
my
Universe,
It's
or
another
he
black
thinks the
nigga. It's
Guardians of
another
the
black nigga
Universe
too.
are
Another black nigga.
replacing him. So there might be some crazy WTF twists for Hal
I got
Jordan's
all the
ending
Legos of
during
them.
this
All of them.
series. The idea, they said, is that
Oh
Jordan
my
started
god.
working in the universe 10 years ago with
Got all
John
the
just
Legos
2
of
months into his training, which is what we see of them walking around investigating the Manhunters in this town, like the primary timeline of the show. But then the writer said that the narrative is going to jump forward 10 years into the future, and they're just
This it. Let's go ahead.
Took a bookie. Hurry up, bro. Go get the diaper, and I'll go get the wipes, bro.
Right here, look. This nigga was the real. This is the first one. Him right here. Yeah, he's the first one.
You going to work?
This nigga the first one right here.
Yeah. So that means you gonna get some sleep. That means you gonna get some sleep.
It's the first ever Green Lantern. Like first ever. Like back in the day. It's like what Green Lantern used to be like. So we got Alan Scott. You feel me? That's Alan Scott. We got Hal. You feel me? Then you got Guy. Where my nigga? Hold on. From Earth. Let's do from Earth. No, 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 no. You can see this twin? Hal, John Stewart, Kyle Rayner, that's his name. Yep. Guy Garner, Jessica Cruz, Simon Bass. I mean, yeah, these all the ones from Earth. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's 9 of them from Earth. And this is I never seen her. I don't know who this is. It's probably John. This somebody's daughter. Gotta be. Let me see. Nope, this is a Teen Lantern. That's just a gun of the power. Uh, oh yeah, she's on Prime Earth. I think that's our Green Lantern. Like,
holding a bunch of secrets about what's happening there, and that's meant to be right before the events of Superman 2 Man of Tomorrow. So it just confirms the timeline of the show and when this is all happening, like when Jon Stewart becomes a Green Lantern.
Let's say what he actually is.
My replacement.
what y'all rather
They
be?
also confirmed the reason
What
why
powers
Sinestro
y'all
was
have?
in
Spider
prison is that
powers?
he was expelled from the Green Lantern Corps
Green
after
Lantern powers.
unsuccessfully attempting a coup to take it over, and the Guardians of Oa are worried if any of Sinestro's nature or ideas have rubbed off on Hal Jordan, and he might break bad too. So a lot of people have been wondering if the reason why his suit is faded into like a more yellowish, more brownish color in present day, that's because he's slowly succumbing to fear, and we might get a big parallax Hal Jordan twist at the end of the series. So just something to keep in the back of your mind, just lay a lot of theory crafting if the Guardians of the Universe are worried that Hal Jordan is going to turn out like Sinestro. Because that was a really big comic book arc when he actually turned into Parallax. And one of the other biggest reveals at the Comic-Con panel is they confirmed that Laura Linney is playing a female Guardian of the Universe, Guardian of Oa. She's just making herself look like a human in the clips that we see in the trailer. We get a lot of footage of the Manhunters too, so this is actually pretty cool. The Manhunters were the first attempt of the Guardians of the Universe to create an interstellar police force that would combat evil all over the galaxy. For thousands of years, they served the Guardians well. However, the Manhunters became obsessed with the act of hunting criminals. Their code, "No man escapes the Manhunters," became more important to them than seeing justice done. So you kind of see where this is headed in the events of the actual series. The rogue Owen, Krona, reprogrammed the Manhunters to prove to the Guardians that there were flaws in an emotionless police force, so this is before the Green Lantern spectrum became a thing. Krona's reprogram influenced the Manhunters into deciding that because all crime is the result of emotional responses and all emotions come from organic life, then the solution on maintaining order in the universe was to remove all organic life from it, basically wiping the whole universe. The Manhunters then descended upon the worlds of Sector 666, slaughtering every organic being that they came across into what became known as the Massacre of Sector 666. Only 5 beings survived the massacre, and they blamed the Guardians for unleashing the Manhunters. These individuals formed an organization known as the Five Inversions and created the Empire of Tears. Atrocitus is from Sector 666, so people wondering if they're going to do the rest of the emotional spectrum, the other Lantern Corps, Sinestro Corps War eventually, Blackest Night eventually. This is all just sort of leading towards them laying seeds for that kind of stuff. After the Manhunters wiped Sector 666, the Guardians tried to get rid of them but failed, and then they declared that that sector was off limits. It was basically like a banned zone that nobody could go to, but Abin Sur did travel there briefly to try and save some people. There are a couple of shots in the trailer where they're on this dead alien world that looks like it might be inside Sector 666 because they're
Sector
leaning
6.
so heavily on Manhunters here in the
Triple
history of the
six, chat.
Manhunters.
Triple six.
So that might be what's happening when they're looking at all this tech on this alien planet. Like it looks like it's been wiped by the Manhunters.
What do you know about manhunters?
Where'd you hear that word?
And it kind of seems like they're implying the reason why the Manhunters have come to planet Earth is because they plan to wipe planet Earth. So they're basically trying to save the Earth from destruction. Another Earth-ending threat in a series where it seems like they come to this quiet western town, like it's a sci-fi western, but also they're trying to save the actual planet itself. A lot of the trailer is also playing on the idea of the emotional spectrum. Green Lanterns using will to wield their rings and make their constructs, but also in the previous trailers, there's been this line where Sinestro yells at Hal Jordan asking, "Are you afraid?" and Hal Jordan asking Jon Stewart, "Are you afraid?" So now the Manhunter's coming along, hating the emotional spectrum. Maybe by the end of the series, Hal Jordan succumbs to fear and he becomes Parallax. I also wouldn't be surprised if they jump forward 10 years into the future and Sinestro has since escaped his prison and he's on the road to creating the Sinestro Corps, like he has his Yellow Lantern ring. Going through the trailer shot by shot, talking about Easter eggs and WTF moments, starting at the beginning, Hal Jordan just messing with Jon Stewart. It seems like they've been in the town just recently, they spent the night there, and because it's still his first 2 months on the job, so to speak, he's just messing with him like the rookie on the job. But you remember, Jon Stewart is from the military, he was a Marine, so he went
All right.
through boot camp, so he's experienced treatment like this. This is just like boot camp. We get a couple wide shots of the city, them investigating some of the recent murders. Then we meet Purna. She's playing Zoe, who's supposed to be a love interest in the town for Jon Stewart. I think she's meant to be the town doctor or the coroner. She's involved medically with what's going on with all the killings. They mostly use these scenes for him to sort of set up the idea that he's the backup quarterback, as they make the joke here, the football joke. But really, Hal Jordan thinks that the Guardians are trying to replace him, and that's why Jon Stewart is here. We get a couple funny moments of Hal Jordan trying to train Jon Stewart to use the ring to make constructs. So he gives him his ring, and he creates a tiny little bird when he tells him to fly, and he's just completely surprised. I love the way they play this off, too. Like, what the hell is that? I told you to fly, not to create something that flies. But what they're also doing in him creating this highly detailed bird that seems like it's almost alive, it's not alive, it's a Green Lantern construct, is they want to show you that Jon Stewart has a much more keen mind than Hal Jordan. Hal Jordan's constructs are meant to come from a place of rage, just think about that emotional spectrum, and a little more like a blunt instrument, whereas Jon Stewart's constructs are meant to be more detailed because he was also an architect after he left the military. So this is also why later in the trailer you see Jon Stewart using the ring to create this highly detailed, highly complex drill that Hal Jordan wouldn't be able to make. So the series will show you how fundamentally they are very different types of Green Lanterns that create different types of constructs just based on the way their different minds work. I think the audio track that they're playing under this is some 9 Inch Nails music. They actually scored Damon Lindelof's Watchmen HBO series, so maybe 9 Inch Nails will score some of the soundtrack for this series too. They then start to investigate all the killings around town, and Jon Stewart asks him about the Manhunters, and Hal Jordan asks him, how'd you learn about this? Why'd you find out about the Manhunters? And then figuring out that it's the Manhunters that are doing all these things in town, pretending to be other people, also sort of playing on the paranoia aspect because they can form any shape, any person that they want, so they could be anybody walking around. All these scenes on the football field of them investigating the murders feel very Friday Night Lights adjacent because you have a Coach Taylor version of Hal Jordan on the series.
Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose.
With Google Play Games, you can play unlocked.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good, chat. It's looking pretty
We
good.
get a couple
It's looking pretty good. Let's look at the Avengers Doomsday trailer again.
Sunday at 7 tweet at the Fantastic Four that finally, after 75 weeks, was updated.
We make a point to do family dinner every week.
You
Sunday
didn't
at
drop
7.
nothing. No, he did. Let's go right here.
Black Panther is back, and it's not Shuri or Damson Idris. Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Jessica Clemens, and T'Challa's son, who we saw in Wakanda Forever, is officially returning in Black Panther 3, aged up. The announcement came during Marvel Studios Hall H panel at San Diego Comic-Con, where they also revealed the film's release date, December 15th, 2028. So let's break down everything we know so far about this movie, what this means for the future of the MCU, and how Marvel could make this surprising new direction actually work. As most of us remember, Letitia Wright's Shuri took up the mantle of the Black Panther following the passing of Chadwick Boseman and his character T'Challa. While Ryan Coogler was developing Wakanda Forever, they faced countless challenges, rewrites, reshoots, and what I'd argue was a complete reimagining of the script. Despite losing their friend and their leading man, the casting crew created a sequel that honored Chadwick's legacy while introducing a new era for Wakanda. Not only did Shuri become the new Black Panther, but the movie also revealed that T'Challa and Nakia had a son.
Oh my word, I
Future
forgot
is
about
now taking center stage in Black Panther 3. So Marvel confirmed that Black Panther was officially in development a long time ago, with former Marvel Studios VP of Production and Development Nate Moore. Around that same time, though, in November 2024, during the Gladiator 2 press tour, Denzel Washington casually revealed that Ryan Coogler was writing a role for him in the movie. And at the time, Marvel hadn't really confirmed anything, so fans weren't sure if Denzel had accidentally let something slip, or if plans could still change. But in June 2025, Coogler put all that speculation to rest when he confirmed his involvement during the 7 p.m. in Brooklyn podcast. When Ryan Coogler took to Hall H, he invited Letitia Wright and Winston C. Duke to join him in welcoming David Johnson. And fun fact, this was actually Winston's first time speaking to David that day, earlier, before the panel. David Johnson of Alien Romulus in The Long Walk is officially playing the aged up T'Challa 2, or Tucson if you want to call him that. So no, it's not Damson Idris, despite months of fan theories and wishful thinking. And that said, you're not crazy for thinking it could have been Damson Idris at the beginning. Between some very carefully...
I low-key wanted it to be Franklin. Like Franklin would have but I don't know. They're probably doing something. They're probably doing something with Franklin's character in the Marvelverse. So we never know. But David do it though. He probably go show out. What y'all think, chat though? David Franklin.
worded interviews and concept art and Dameson's appearance at Vogue's Vogue World event, and honestly felt like he was soft launching himself as the next Black Panther along with the studio. We don't know if he ever actually auditioned yet, but it's entirely possible he was in the mix or even one of the finalists. So beyond Johnson's T'Challa 2 and Shuri and M'Baku, the only other seemingly confirmed cast member is now Denzel Washington. Although Marvel Studios still hasn't officially announced his involvement. If Denzel does appear, I'd be surprised if he were playing a character meant to stick around the greater MCU, given his schedule, and let's be honest, it's Denzel Washington. The cost to have that man, I just think he's gonna be either an antagonist or some kind of figure whose story begins and ends within Black Panther 3. I'd also say it's safe bet that Lupita Nyong'o's Nakia returns in some capacity. After all, T'Challa 2 is her son, and if he's stepping into the mantle of Black Panther, it would be strange not to include his mother. That said, a lot of this also depends on what Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars has happened to these characters. So how does an aged up T'Challa 2 work? Doomsday arrives in December 2026, followed by Secret Wars in 2027, and then Black Panther 3 closes out Marvel's 2028 slate with its December release. Assuming Shuri and M'Baku haven't aged dramatically by the time we see them again, that leaves one really huge question. How do we go from this, Toussaint, a young child around spring of 2025, to this, an adult T'Challa 2 played by David Johnson, who appears to be in his mid to late 20s probably? And does that mean that David Johnson's Black Panther will appear before his own movie or in Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars? Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. When the weather is hot, everybody has a shorter fuse than normal. Being patient is hard when your shirt's stuck to your back with sweat or when you can't sleep because of the heat. Frequently in the morning, I'm trying to grab a nice coffee on my way into the office, and it feels like the days I'm in the biggest rush are also the days when everybody in line in front of me has 1,000 questions about what should be a straightforward coffee order. And I know it's got nothing to do with me, but that doesn't stop the little frustrations like that from being built up. My therapist has done a great job reminding me that finding a healthy outlet for that frustration, whether that's a video game or even going to the gym or whatever works for you, is more productive than just trying to ignore how you're feeling. Small useful insights like that are so helpful in navigating whatever
This is a live cut. Let's see how fast you read. Oh my god.
you to the insights you need. BetterHelp makes
They read
doing
it that
therapy
fast,
easy.
well,
You
nigga.
can take a short quiz to get matched with a licensed therapist quickly, and you can communicate however you feel comfortable over phone, video, or text. If your therapist isn't a good fit for you, you can switch at any time with no additional cost. That said, 82% of BetterHelp clients recommend their therapist. Click the link in the description or go to betterhelp.com.
Bro, is this how it's supposed to look? Like, is it already full screen or what?
Because no one
Like, you see how it's like dark at the bottom type shit? Like, it's supposed to look like that or what? Shut up, Ben. Typed that 10 minutes ago. Oh, my shit must be loading and slow then. Because I didn't see nothing. And I had to plug my headphones in, so you probably typed that shit while I was plug my headphones back up. Fuck, bro. When I first sparked though, I had like 6 people. It just looked stupid, bro. Like, oh my god. I gotta get it fixed. Oh, you just kidding? Oh my god, bro. Yeah, bro. My twin in here too. Shit, I don't know where he went. He AFK right now, but yeah, like how I fix that shit. Like it's supposed to be the whole screen, like the whole YouTube screen supposed to be. I don't even show you. There's nobody in here. Shit. Like what? Yeah. You could. I'm screen sharing in Discord too. Hold on. But what you mean? Every time I do that, nigga, it just like it makes it look weird, fool. Like if I do this, like all that shit gonna be like, hold on, watch, bro. Like it's gonna be all lopsided and it's gonna look stupid. What? Go to Sam's where? Yeah, this Streamlabs. All right, put it up. Oh, no, it's locked. Is it because I'm live already? Like, what's the deal?